You already know what the fuck is going on. It's the one and only Chit Chat, and you are now tuned into the chat room. Everybody can't come up here. Everybody don't got bars, and I don't fuck with everybody. I got TaeTaeTae in the
Big
building.
fast Harlem, Florida in this motherfucker. Yes, sir.
So I'm super happy to be here. This is my first artist from Florida in the chat room.
Yeah, nah, we in here. For sure, for sure.
So you just got to New York yesterday. Tell me,
Yeah.
what has that experience been like so far since you've been here?
Man, New York crazy. Way different from Florida than anything I done seen. Y'all got the tall buildings. Y'all lifestyle on 100 at all times. This shit hell
This your first time coming
crazy.
here?
First time up here. It's crazy.
Totally.
Yeah, totally different than Florida. Nothing like Florida, I swear.
So tell me, what was it like for you growing up in Florida? And what part of Florida are you from?
Shit, I'm from Harlem, Florida. That's at the bottom of the map, close to Miami. Belgrade, from the mall, representing. Coming up in Harlem, like it's like any other place out, like you know what I'm saying, got his own little hood, own little everything. Where I come from is real small. It ain't no city, it's more like a town. Like 4,000 people in it. Everybody I went to elementary with, I graduated with type shit. So you know what I'm saying? I got faced through the city, but it was all cool. Nothing rough, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy.
So how did you get into rapping?
Shit, I tore my ACL my 12th grade year. I'm playing sports. And then shit, I always could rap. You know what I'm saying? With the bros, we getting high doing shit. Like, take that shit serious. Niggas started rapping and shit. And you see shit, we here today. It working well for me. We on the way. I'm finna bust through the door.
So what advice would you give to your younger self growing up back in Harlem, Florida?
Shit, I would have been, be real, be more courteous of the time I had. Do a lot more with the time I had. I would have been a lot further. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time, and I wish I would have been more wiser with a lot of moves I made.
What do you think is the hardest obstacle that you had to face?
That's a good question. The hardest obstacle, something that's real hard in my life. Probably when my mother was gonna pass during COVID. My mother was like real bad, real down bad. That's when I really had to tighten up and really, like for real, life got real, shit got real, and I started taking shit for a joke. And like you know what I'm saying, it taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? So definitely that.
So you have 100K followers on TikTok. I see your music be getting streams and stuff. You got 300K now?
300K.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 300K.
So are you making money off music at this point?
Yeah. Nah, definitely. We are. Facts. Nah, for sure. Like, definitely, for sure. Yeah, we making
So how does it feel to be able to make money off your creativity?
Should I say it feel good for someone working hard, putting a lot of time in, for someone really, you know, really wanting to, this what I want to do out of life. So I mean, it ain't no crazy money. It ain't 5,000 at a time, but we making money and I'm able to pay bills off that. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to move and do what. So it's a good feeling. It's like.
Are you currently signed to a label?
Nah, I'm not signed to no major label right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a team that I work with. I got a partnership, man. You know, shout out to Lupo's, definitely Javar Rockamore. You know what I'm saying? They really pushing behind me, and we really more want to keep it independent on the side. I really want to bust through the roof, and you know what I'm saying?
So if you could sign to any label, what label would be ideal for you, or would you really rather take the independent route?
Me, I would personally be independent because I know what type of money involved. I really know the business side of what's going on. But if it was a label, I would definitely say like Atlantic, Republic for sure. Republic, definitely Republic.
Republic be doing anything.
Those my two options. Atlantic and Republic.
So at what point did you sit down and learn the business of music?
Probably like the last 2 years. I kind of had people grabbing at me, and at the time, I really wasn't making as much music, but I was taking time to learn my business because I understand that it's 90% business and 10% music.
I'm so happy you said that because a lot of artists, they feel like it's 90% music and 10% business.
Hell no, it's good music everywhere, but yeah, I better know your business.
Right.
For sure. Yeah, no, definitely.
So, being that you're someone who studies, obviously, you get into the business. If you could sit down and have dinner with anybody dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Business, on the business side, definitely Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you see, I want to know the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I really want to know where it work.
So 500K or dinner with Jay-Z?
I'm gonna tell you, the 500K sound cool, but I know relationships are more important than money nowadays. So I definitely say the dinner with Jay-Z for sure. I remember that shit going around. Nah, for sure.
Okay, okay. So speaking of relationships, are you in a relationship?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in a relationship. Yeah, yeah, no, facts. I'm in one.
Okay. So if you had to choose between your career reaching its full potential and true love, like your relationship, what would you choose and why?
Ah, I mean, that's real hard. I feel like not everybody gonna find true love. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking relationships, but I always been the type of person to put my business first, like what I want, my passion, my goal, and what I got to do in life. Cause I feel if I'm with you and I ain't happy, I ain't where I want to be at. I don't feel like I could treat you right out. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Niggas be angry, all type of shit. It's like you know how it go. So I definitely choose my
Nigga
goals
ain't
first.
making no money.
Nah,
He blow. He
you know what
a
every
headache.
female say. Yeah, every female say some shit like that. No, for sure.
um. So a lot of people compare your music to YMW Melly's music.
Yeah, yeah.
Given his situation, do you believe that's a gift or a curse?
Uh, honestly, I feel like we all from Florida. I feel like we got the same sound.
Influences.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's like so. I want when that happens, I don't take it personal. I'm worried about me. I'm focused. I ain't really
Mhm.
too much tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own race at my own pace. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's everybody gonna compare somebody to somebody, but I
Mhm.
ain't TaeTaeTae to the fullest. You know what it is.
Mhm.
So I ain't tripping on it.
So, what artists out of South Florida, like coming up rising, would you like to like collaborate with, get in the studio with? That's really like making noise or doing anything out there.
Definitely Kodak for sure. I see
Yeah, I
Lil
fuck with
Tyler
Kodak.
on the rise. Everybody
Little
fucking
Tyler,
with Lil
yeah.
Tyler right now.
Mhm.
Shit, my nigga Wiz having. I fucks with Wiz.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? A couple of little artists. Oh, my nigga Heen, FCT Heen for sure too though. I
Mhm.
really rocks with kid. We gotta get one there for sure. Heen. I'm fucking with Heen.
So, who do you consider to be music inspirations? Like you feel like have helped you shape your sound and you as an artist.
I feel like Drake, the futures. I was really rocking with Thug too. I listen to a lot of Thug.
Mhm.
Um, other than that, I don't know. I'm in the box for real. Like I'm really in the box. Like I just hopped on the Tory Lane just now. Everybody been telling me for
Mhm.
years about the
So
Tory.
you be in your own world, doing
Yeah,
your own
yeah,
thing, focus on yourself and
yeah,
your
yeah,
own lane and your music and
yeah,
what you
yeah.
making.
Facts.
I feel like that's so dope, but at the same time, I always tell artists like it's great to like, cause I'm a big person who stands on like focus on your own lane, focus on your own goal, focus on what you got going on. But at the same time, I feel like it's so important if you really want to be the top person, if you want to be successful. I feel like it's important to like listen to like
Everything.
yeah, and what's the competition? I feel like I used to work at a Winner's Circle publishing studio in Atlanta with
Yeah.
this guy named Cash Johns, and he used to always say like his biggest thing to his producers and artists that he worked with was like, "Yo, go listen to top 10 Billboard and play those songs. You want to be on there one day, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
I
You
know that's funny because that's what my team drilling down my throat right
really?
now.
That's
Yeah, yeah. That's
crazy."
so funny. But that yeah. So I'm already know where you going with it.
Right. So
What?
it's just like I feel like you always gotta be in that loop. So let's say you had an unlimited budget and they said you could put two artists on a song to make a hit. Who you choosing?
Drake for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Of
And then
course.
shit, I probably might even go over to the country and probably go get like a Luke Combs or a Morgan Wallen, something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some in that bag too. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely them two artists for sure. Well, three. That's three. But
So you mentioned crossing over. What are some things that are on your career bucket list that you want to do? Like
I want to do country for sure. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to hop into the country. I want to go pop too though.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in my career, I definitely want to go. I ain't gonna say pop, but you know the
Mm-hmm.
Drake pop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to cross over into that lane.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the biggest. You know what I'm saying? I understand what got to be done to do that.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So those two lanes, I don't really care for the rocks and soft rock and all that is cool, but all that screaming and heavy metal, nah, none of that. I ain't really no jazz person. The R&B, hip hop, and country is
Mm-hmm.
what I'm kind of.
So what's your creative process like when you coming up with a song and you getting in your bag?
Really, it's really up to the beat and what picture the beat painting for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how when I write, I see a video in my head first, and I kind of just find the lyrics to go with the video. It's weird as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's what the beat do to me. It give me a feeling, an emotion. create a story, a picture, and it's up here.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm doing is just trying to put the words together.
Right. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Like the biggest, like the biggest. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna double back and have that conversation. Like the biggest. Nah, for sure, the biggest. Like on some icon shit. Like probably I ain't gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna put it at the next Michael, next to the Drakes, next to all that. The biggest for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not the next 5. We'll double back and have that conversation.
Right.
No,
all right,
sure.
so we spoke about your journey growing up in Florida. You in New York right now. I'm pretty sure you're making moves, linking people, collaborating. So what is next up for TaeTaeTae? Like, what are we expecting for the rest of the year, next year? What's in the move?
Right now, shit, we all at all artists right now, they going in the 4th quarter, I guess I would say. Shit, 4th quarter, we ain't letting up. Shit, I just put out a single a month ago. After hours, that's doing great. Shit, so I'm finna come back with a project, or EP. We finna load that shit up and put it in their face, and all gas, no brakes. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm worried about. Not staying consistent and standing in front of everybody's face. That's all I'm worried about right now.
Okay. It was amazing speaking to you. Thank you
too.
for coming to the chat room all the way from
Know.
Florida.
Harlem, Florida in the building.
Period.
All the way in New York. It's all love for Chit Chat, man.
And it's a wrap. Everybody can't come up here.
For sure.